What's up, guys? Today we are doing a Santa Monica Boulevard driving tour from West Hollywood to Santa Monica. Just pretty much gonna go over the ins and outs of the entire city. You guys are just gonna come along with me, drive along with me, just a raw video of what to see when driving on Santa Monica Boulevard. All right, we are starting here on Crescent Heights and Santa Monica Boulevard, pretty much in the heart of West Hollywood. And we're just gonna drive along the entire boulevard, show you guys what it is like to drive. Don't mind the glare of the reflection on the window of my car. But here we go. We have a lot of restaurants, a lot of little shops, a couple nice cafes. We're arriving to Sweetser right here. There's a cafe in the distance right there. It's called Joey's. It is always poppin'. Very popular little breakfast spot. To my left here, you'll see this is a very popular restaurant as well, one here on Santa Monica Boulevard. And as we drive along, you have the West Hollywood City Hall right off Sweetser here. So Santa Monica Boulevard is very big in the LGBT community. As you'll see once we get into the heart of Santa Monica Boulevard, you're gonna notice a lot of unique, vibrant colors, a lot of rainbows. We got Hugo's Restaurant. That is one of the most famous restaurants in all of Los Angeles, in West Hollywood. You can get breakfast, lunch, or dinner there. One of my favorite parts of this street right here coming up, Barney's Beanery to the right, sports bar. I've spent many hours there watching the Dodgers play the Lakers, many sporting events. We have a water fountain directly in front of me. American flag, California flag. There's an IHOP we're gonna pass by up there. And yeah, this is one of the bigger sections of West Hollywood. We are on Holloway. If there is a good sushi spot next to Barney's Beanery, I don't think you'd be able to see it, but I go there quite often. All right, crossing La Cienega. All right, this is the area with we got Trader Joe's to my right, a couple of gyms, a couple of healthy food places to eat on this side, and we are about to cross into the LGBT section of WeHo. By the way, burgers right there might be tough to see, but as we get into this part, as I said, a lot of healthy spots. We have so many acai bowl places. This one's called Lazy Bird to my left. Tender Greens, very well known. We got people honking at me, but look above us. We have lights at night. This part of the street that is packed with tons of people going up and down, bar hopping. A couple of nice restaurants, food places to the right that you'll see here. As we keep going down, there we go, get a glimpse of that. San Vicente, we are passing. To the left, Rocco's. That is always one of the more popular bars. Now we got the left side and the right side here on Santa Monica Boulevard with all of your favorite restaurants, all of your favorite bars. Salt and Straw, that is a phenomenal ice cream place. I highly recommend it. Mother Lode, always see people there. I've never been to really any of these, but I've heard really good things. Right here on Robertson. And you're gonna see a lot of nice cars, I'm sure, as we drive along this section on this tour. And then we got Pump. You see Pump, one of the more famous, the tour buses are going to be passing us by, but Pump, Vanderpump, a very famous restaurant. They own Pump right there, and then the Abbey right next to it, one of the more famous West Hollywood restaurants as well. But if you live here in this part of WeHo, you do have a Pavilions, a Starbucks, of course, everything that you would need, all your necessities. Cross out of the LGBT area in the heart of West Hollywood, we have Dan Tana's Restaurant, Italian cuisine. You might have seen that on many movies. The Troubadour to my right, Doheny Room as we go to Doheny, and we enter into Beverly Hills. When you enter Beverly Hills, you'll see all the Beverly Hills signs, palm trees, a lot of trees, and we're in the neighborhood of the Flats. If you turn to the right on any of these streets, we're gonna enter the Flats of Beverly Hills. Average price point about 6 to 7 million. Some lots going up over 10 million, which is pretty crazy, but that's where you get if you turn right into the Flats. But we are sticking with Santa Monica Boulevard in this tour. Gonna go all the way past through Century City. You might see a few buildings in the distance, and then all the way down to Santa Monica, but let's keep going. Farmers Market every Sunday, Civic Center Drive here in Beverly Hills. Coming up to Rexford. If we turn left and go to Wilshire, that's actually where my team's office is located. But we'll see the Beverly Hills City Hall on our left, Beverly Hills sign to the right in a second. Beverly Hills Civic Center, police station. There's a cool view of that there. All right, now we are on Crescent. We are getting there. You can see lots of tourists hanging out at the park. Already looks great with the palm trees. Oh, we got a lot of news people here today. People taking photos of the peace sign. Cannon Drive we are passing by. And there it is, the famous Beverly Hills sign to my right. And we're coming up on Beverly Drive. There's Century City. Alfred's Coffee Shop. And then 1 block away from Rodeo, Alfred's. Alfred's one of the more well-known high-end coffee shops out here in Los Angeles. $9 for a latte. It's a little bit more on the pricey side, but look at, we got dogs running around here. It's a beautiful day. The statues out here in the park of Beverly Hills. I mean, how can you beat the weather, honestly? There's just not a cloud in the sky. And you're gonna notice it's gonna stay like that all the way down to Santa Monica at the beach. Okay, coming up on Rodeo Drive. You ever heard of Rodeo Drive? We'll do a Rodeo Drive tour in the future, but not in this video because this is a Santa Monica Boulevard tour, but admire it, take a quick glimpse. All right, see you later, Rodeo. Maybe for another video. We're coming up on Century City, Camden, palm trees in the distance. All right, let's keep moving. All right, as we make our way, we are about to leave Beverly Hills and enter Century City. Directly in front of me there, that is the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. And there is a very nice rooftop restaurant and bar. Pricey, of course. You are in the middle of everything in the heart of Beverly Hills, Century City in Los Angeles. This is where all the celebrities you know and love will go for various events, go shopping. You know, if you have money, this is where you're gonna go. Beautiful water fountain to the right there. The LA Country Club is just to the right. Oh, and if you turn right here at this diagonal turn, you're gonna run into Wilshire Boulevard. That will take you through, Wilshire Boulevard is gonna take you through the Wilshire corridor and into the UCLA area, Westwood, but let me turn this around and show you Century City here. All right, here we go, Century City. Now that building right there, that tall, brand new building, well, it's not brand new, but that is called Live 10,000, one of the more high-rise and there's a nice blacked out Rolls Royce driving by. But Live 10,000, that is one of the more higher-end apartment buildings here in Century City. Compared to all these are a lot of condos, a lot of office buildings in Century City. It's more of a downtown New York City type vibe, but better than downtown LA, in my opinion, and probably most everyone's opinions. Avenue of the Stars coming up, but yes, Live 10,000, I was saying the penthouse went for, I think, $65,000 a month, where most of the average units go for about $10,000 to $12,000 a month for about a 2-bedroom. But you get unreal views. We have LA Country Club to my right, past those hedges. So you get amazing golf course views of the Hollywood Hills, which is also to my right. And how can you beat that? All right, as we come up past Century City to the left, we're gonna see the Century City Mall, Westfield Mall. In the very top corner here, we've got Italy. Italy is a nice Italian restaurant. Also, there is a big grocery store in there, a grocery outlet. There's the Westfield Mall. Lots of nice shops, restaurants. One of the bigger malls, in my opinion, the nicest mall in Los Angeles. Super clean, super nice. Outdoor mall as well. It's not completely indoors. You get these views and you feel like you're in the city. You feel like you're in a downtown area. But just take a look at this. So there's not much going on this length, but they are very wide streets here, 3 lanes to a side on Santa Monica. Just a bunch of offices to my left and to my right. We are getting out of Century City, heading through Westwood, and about to hit the 405 freeway very soon. Passing Westwood Boulevard, if you take that right and go north, you're gonna arrive into Westwood, which is where UCLA is. Porsche dealership to the right. You have a little church, another Porsche dealership, and these buildings are actually going to be a part of West Los Angeles in the Sawtelle district. All right. We are just about at the 405 freeway. Couple of nice office buildings around here, the Westwood Gateway. All right, the 405 freeway. In my opinion, once you cross over the 405 freeway, you're officially in the west side. You take that north, you go to the San Fernando Valley. South, you go to LAX, Inglewood, south parts of LA. But let's head over to the west side. All right, we've passed the 405 freeway. We're in the Sawtelle district now. We have to my right Nickel Mine, which is a nice bar that I've spent some time at. Brand new building built by Wiseman Residential. Lots of Wiseman apartment buildings were built over here on this side of the west side in Brentwood, West LA. And as we keep going down Santa Monica Boulevard, you can see lots of restaurants and apartment buildings, which is pretty much what it's all made up of over here. Small food spots to eat at as we get closer to the beach. We got a sushi place, we got a couple bars, small Mexican spots, another sushi place. Big fan of sushi. Got to try some of these. Haven't had them all. I've had a few, but not all of them. More apartments to the left as we keep going. All right, we're now at Westgate Avenue and Santa Monica Boulevard. Not too much to this area except for these apartment buildings. You got a little Target down below us, auto repair shops, a laundromat. So we're just crossing Bundy Drive, which if you take that north, you'll go up into Brentwood, one of the nicer communities here on the west side. We'll do a full tour about Brentwood. Check out my channel. Check out my channel. I have done a top 5 video of the best neighborhoods on the west side. Check it out to see where Brentwood is on that list. More apartments as we keep going on. We're getting closer. Getting closer. All right, as we pass Centinela Avenue on the left side, I gotta show you guys. All right, on the left side here, we have Busby's West. It's a nice bar to enjoy a game. I've spent a lot of time there as well. Good younger crowd there to enjoy beer, pitchers. There's also arcade games in Busby's. It's nice. You don't see many places with mini basketball hoops. You can challenge your friends, do whatnot. And as we keep going down here, Santa Monica Boulevard, look at the palm trees. I mean, this is what you are here for, honestly. The weather, the beautiful people, the beautiful palm trees, and the ocean, which we are almost getting up to. We're getting close. We got Yale Street right here, Santa Monica and Yale. right, so we are passing 26th Street, and from here on, every street is just gonna be like a countdown, 26 down all the way to, you got the 3rd Street Promenade, then 2nd, and then Ocean, which is right next to the ocean, obviously. And that is how you know how inland you are. The higher the number, the more inland, the more further away from the ocean you are. As we keep going on to 23rd Street, Cloverfield, there are just pretty much a lot of commercial businesses. 22nd, 21st, more commercial buildings on the right. And we are making our way. Let me know if you guys have made it this far in the video, if you are interested in any streets in Los Angeles. Just trying to make it raw, give you guys what it is here. 10 Speed Coffee, nice local coffee shop here in Santa Monica. More auto shops to the left, to the right, as we keep heading there. If you guys made it this far, just leave a comment. Kindly just tell me that you watched this far into the video, that you're this interested in learning more about the city, more about the specific streets, the neighborhoods. We're gonna show you all things. I'm gonna do more driving tours. This is the first one I've done on this channel, but I'm gonna keep going with them, because this is what I'm doing. If I'm commuting from West Hollywood to Santa Monica, oh, look at this. DK's Donuts and Bakery. Those are my initials. Maybe I should start a place called that, or I'd get sued for copyright. Maybe another lifetime. But then we have Lexus, more auto dealerships, Tesla charging station right there, which is pretty convenient. It is right off of 14th Street. I charge there pretty often when I'm out here in Santa Monica. And the countdown has begun from 10. We are on 10th now here in Santa Monica. 9th Street, Audi dealership to the left, Toyota to the right, and there's the Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box. All right, crossing Lincoln. Lincoln will take you all the way into Venice if you go left, or even more down south than that. A lot of good spots on the Lincoln. And here on the right, we are arriving to the Santa Monica Public Library. I like doing this, guys. I like pretending that I am a tour guide, your Hollywood tour guide in Santa Monica currently, but this is what we're doing. We have the public library there. We have apartment buildings to the left, 7th Street. Now we're getting a little bit closer to the ocean. Definitely walking distance to the ocean from this specific area. Let's keep moving on. All right, 6th Street. Now we have a Goodwill right here. A few nice restaurants. We have a Heroic Italian. 5th Street ahead of us. Here we go. A couple of banks to both sides. Union Bank, Pacific West. All right, 4th Street. Good thing about Santa Monica is there's no shortage of parking. There are several parking structures on every street from 4th and inland. I mean, from 4th to the ocean. We're now at the famous 3rd Street Promenade. Several shopping centers, lots of tourists walking around here. Lots of nice restaurants over on 3rd, to the left, to the right. And it is strictly for walking traffic. You are not allowed to drive on this part of 3rd Street in Santa Monica. As you can see, there are barriers to block entry from cars, which would be very bad if you decided to drive on 3rd. But take a quick look down that way, down this way. Beautiful. Just a beautiful day. Am I gonna just keep saying that throughout this video? It doesn't really get much better than this. It's July in Los Angeles. How can you beat this weather? All right, we are coming up on 2nd Street here. One more street from the ocean. We have Ye Olde King's Head Shop and the King's Head Bar. Nice little local pub right next to the ocean. King and Queen's Cantina, Robata. More bars, more restaurants. You have Boa Steakhouse here to the right on this corner, and check it out, guys. We have finally done it. We've accomplished our goal. Hopefully this bus doesn't clip me. But there we are, Ocean, that's the ocean, and this is Ocean Avenue in Santa Monica, beautiful sunny Santa Monica, right next to a Sushi Roku, and the pier is just to the left. Give you a quick glimpse of that before we wrap it up here with this driving tour. Hit the subscribe button if you like driving tours, just to see what it's like to be here in this beautiful sunny Santa Monica, beautiful LA. You saw the whole drive from West Hollywood. Let me know what you guys thought. And we are going to just turn left right after all these people finish crossing here. All right, Ocean Avenue it is. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be posting a lot more videos like this in the future. We're gonna do driving tours of every neighborhood out here, so stick around, stay tuned for this on this channel. Gonna be posting a couple videos every single week. For information on Los Angeles, let me know what you guys thought once again, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.